next story. All right, you guys. Now, here, let me do that. Okay. Raquel, girl, if you do not stop using mental health as an excuse for your ratchet behavior, we're going to have problems. We're going to have problems. Let's get into it. So this is according to page 6, and it says Raquel claims her Instagram was, quote, hacked, and then dedicates it to mental health awareness. All right. Side note before we dive in, this is a shameless plug. As a person who actually creates content for mental health, I did a collaboration with Uptime app for Mental Health Awareness Month on how to heal your mind. So you guys should check it out. I'll link it down below. Anyway, let's keep going. So Raquel's Instagram is getting a new look amid her, quote, mental health treatment. Don't forget, that was pretty much debunked, right? Didn't it come out that Raquel was not in a mental health facility, but she was in Arizona at Miraval or with her parents, and then Tom Sandoval went to go meet her there, and they were doing like horseback riding and like archery and all this weird stuff, and he had this weird temper tantrum on social media talking about, I'm so disappointed in Miraval for exposing the fact. Side note, on Dumas, it said that he then went to Miraval and was like, oh, you guys should pay me like an influencer fee for tagging you in my Instagram story. And they were like, miss us, crazy Tom Sandoval, like, get the hell out of our face. Like, you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Please sign the check below. Crazy, 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 crazy. All right, let's keep going. So Raquel, okay, the Vanderpump Rules Stars rep posted a statement via her stories on Tuesday, today, this was today, claiming Raquel's team has taken over the account after it was hacked. I'm going to tell you what that actually means. Wait, let me preface it with this first. Okay, so she had wiped out her highlights. Like, on Instagram, you can have like the highlights or whatever, like podcast, makeup, beauty, Saturday night, fashion. You can have all the highlights up there, right? So she had wiped out all of her highlights except for the video of, and it's on the screen. Well, it's a screenshot, but except for the video of Sandoval when he dressed up as her for Halloween. Remember, he was being really weird and he was like dressing up as her and like was like twiddling and like playing with his hair and being like Raquel in that outfit, the Tom Tom outfit. So that was the only highlight she left up, which is a huge statement, basically being like, yeah, he's my man. Yeah, we're still together. And what? And then all of a sudden it was wiped. So now if we go to her Instagram, she has no highlights. And then this is what popped up. So her account wasn't hacked. Let's just break that down. She was doing the absolute most because she has no empathy. She has no compassion. She has no chip inside of her that maybe says, okay, I fell in love with someone and maybe it wasn't the, quote, right person, but I understand that this could hurt somebody else. Like, I'm going to put myself in that position as a human being. If I happen to fall in love with my really good friend's boyfriend, and I truly think in my heart, this is my soulmate, this is the man for me, we're going to be together forever. Okay. But you don't have to do things that are going to hurt the other person. And that is what makes her psychotic. That's the evilness of it. It's not so much that you fell in love with someone who maybe wasn't the right person to fall in love with. Life happens, things happen, we're all human beings. It's everything that she does. And I'm not absolving Tom Sandoval. We already know he is his own special cup of crazy. But what she does is particularly evil, where I think she gets pleasure out of knowing that she's one-upping and hurting the other woman. If it were me, I would be silent. I would just be out. I would feel so embarrassed. I would be so ashamed. I would feel so guilty. And I would be so humble, and I would be begging my friend for forgiveness. This is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. It's not the cheating. It's not thinking you're in love with somebody that maybe is already taken. It's all of the evil, psychotic stuff that they continuously do. Like, this is the stuff she did literally today. You see that screenshot? It says 6 hours. I took this screenshot 6 hours ago. This is the stuff they're still doing. That's why it's so psycho and sick. Now, if you can't read the screen, I got you, okay? I'll read it for you. This is what her Instagram story said. It said, this account was hacked. I'm calling BS. And with the help of Instagram, it has been reset. Again, BS. And now managed by Raquel's team for the next month while she continues treatment. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so Raquel has requested all of the posts focus on raising awareness for mental health organizations, advocates, and removing the stigma around treatment. This is all BS. I'm going to tell you what I think really happened. I think Raquel gives 0 Fs about how any of this affects anybody other than herself. I think she was making a very clear statement that her and Tom are still together. Remember the other day they were caught at the pizza place, the B pizza place, and they were also caught in Arizona together. And B Pizza is like right behind Hotel Ziggy, you know, the hotel that James is always DJing at and all the influencer parties are at. So clearly they're still together in whatever capacity, whether it lasts, who cares? Clearly they're still together. And I think that was a direct shots fired saying we're together and we don't care who knows. And he's mine. I think her team, whoever is on her team, whether she finally got a new PR person, whether it's her family, whether it's her lawyers, were like, okay, this is not the look. We are now going to take over. And when they say she's getting mental health treatment, I don't believe that for 1 second. I don't think she's ever gotten mental health treatment. I think they probably want her to. And I'm going to be totally honest, and this is my opinion, so she can't come at me for this. I'm allowed to speak my opinion. I think both her and Sandoval, I think Sandoval is deeply into drugs, like deeply. And I think that she has probably, you know, when you're dating someone and you take on their personality, I think that's kind of what's going on. And I bet you she's way more into like drugs and like, yeah, let's just like, you know, trip, man. Let's take some shrooms and some Molly and like, let's put on some lights in our room and go to another galaxy universe. Like, they're corny as hell. Like, I'm sorry, but Tom Sandoval, Schwartz, and Raquel, they're cornballs. They're corny. They're corny. Like, I don't know what person in 2023 thinks how they're trying to be is cool. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, Tom Schwartz, I want to buy you a thesaurus for Christmas so you can actually know the definitions of the big words you try to use in conversation that don't make any sense. Please. They're cornballs. They're corny as hell. Point blank, period. So that's what I think is really going on here. I think she, like I said, she wanted to stick it to us and be like, he's my man. What? Her team was like, oh no, boo-boo, this isn't the way we're going to move today. And they took her IG away. They took Rachel's Instagram away until she can get it together. Girl, bye. And if anybody out there really is struggling with their mental health, obviously seek support. There is nothing wrong with that. There is strength in that. And if you want real sources on that, there's so many out there. So don't listen to her BS at all. All right, you guys. So put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. What's going on with the stunts? And what do you think? And I also want to know, do you think Raquel and Tom Sandoval are actually going to last? Put it down below. Let me know what you think. All right. So with that one, let's move on to our next story. Oh, my face is all in the camera. Hi. All right. So our next story is, this is from people.com. Okay. People.com.